Welcome to Not Shower Cinema. I'm Zach,
And I'm Pepper.
and today we are making our predictions on the final records for the season for all the NFL football teams. We kind of both went through and looked at all the matchups and came up with our numbers. We're not going individual games in this, we're just doing our final records that we ended up with, or at least that's how I did it. I guess I don't know how Pepper did the same thing.
Yep.
Uh, but yeah, we are no experts here. I do not keep up with everything going on and which teams are going to be the best of the best, the worst of the worst. So these are probably crazy predictions. But let us know in the comments below what you think and what you think each record will be for each of these teams, or just your favorite team, what their record will be, maybe. Because otherwise, those will be some long comments.
Yes, but if you want to go through every single game of the NFL season and give us a winner, you're free to do that as
The
well.
like 270 games.
Yeah.
But
Um,
yes, so you can see here, well, Pepper put this together, and I gave him the records for the each of the divisions that I had. I did not give him which teams were in which spot, but thought that'd be a fun little predictor. So yeah, you can kind of play along here, thinking who you think we put where. Maybe we have some biases a little bit, so you might have to play that into consideration. But I guess, Pepper, how did you want to go about this? Do we want to start at the bottoms and work our way up?
sure. Sounds good to me. Who should start us off here? The one who thinks this is a terrible division, or the one who thinks this is a great division?
Um, we'll start with the terrible division because we got
Okay.
we got a tie at the bottom there at 7-10, and then just another team with just one more win than that. But yeah, I I thought these would be higher. I really did think these would be higher, and there are a couple at the end when I saw the record I had for them that I'm like, just in total, not just necessarily these, but I was like, yeah, that doesn't probably feel right, but that's just what I ended up with, and I just went with it, even though, like, looking at it as a total at the end, I'm like, yeah, that doesn't probably feel right. And one of those teams is here. I don't feel right about it, because I feel like it should probably be more wins than what I gave them.
Okay.
But I guess who would you think I've got ranked tied for last here at 7-10?
I would I would think one of them has to be the Bears. Is that correct?
That
Okay.
is correct.
Would you say they would slot into the bottom of the 7 and 10?
I would say so.
Okay, then I would think maybe I can't see you putting the Packers being a Packers fan yourself, but I could see it being either the Lions or Vikings. I could see you thinking the Lions fall off this year.
I mean,
I
yeah,
mean,
maybe.
obviously,
I mean, we got two of them here that are
yeah,
still within one win of each other, so it's almost the same record for two of the teams. Yeah,
I would think you have Vikings here as well,
it is the Vikings. It is the
though.
Vikings, and that one. I think that could be their record. It's tough to predict because they got the new quarterback coming in, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do end up, reversing that and going 10-7 or something like that. But
Yeah.
it could also be much worse than this potentially if JJ McCarthy ends up being a bust. So I like where that one is for me right now, but wouldn't be surprised. I think it's more likely to be better than that than worse.
Yeah. And you gotta go Packers number one, Lions number two. That's my prediction.
That is what I have, and I feel like the Lions one. I do think they're going to regress a little bit this year, but I don't know that they're going all the way to 8-9. That was one of the few that I felt like, that feels like it's a little bit low for what I was thinking. So yeah, I don't know if I would have not looked at any of the games and I was just giving them a win total, just making it up. I don't think I would have went that far down with Detroit, but
Yeah.
that's how it ended up. So the
Yeah.
Packers are winning the division. I think they had a little easier schedule than the Lions.
I think so. Yes. Yeah, yeah, going through it. I obviously didn't have as big of a problem there, but it is hard. Each week you're like, I could see them losing this game, and I do think that maybe the Lions will drop off a little bit, so it's hard to choose just some of those games that I think they're going to lose because I don't think they're going to lose all of them. But yeah, what do you think? What do you think ended up in the one unwinning
I think that might also be the Bears.
That is also the Bears. You are correct there, but
And I think we're gonna have the same exact rankings here.
you think I
That's my
go
prediction here.
Vikings, Lions, Packers. That's your prediction. I'll tell you that you do have the Vikings right.
Oh, are the other two flipped? That was my other thought. I'm like, it could be flipped.
The other two are flipped. I have the Packers
Okay.
falling one short of the Lions. I could see it going either way. I am surprised that I was able to hold myself back from actually giving them the division. I didn't think I was going to give the Lions that many wins this year, but
Hmm,
uh, I mean I thought they were going to fall off last year, and they didn't
I did too.
really. Or I'm going to stand by that they did, even though they did probably better than the year before. But yeah, that's what I ended up with. I think it has the potential to be as strong of a division as it was last year, possibly with three of the teams even making the playoffs, which that's another video that we will do in kind of paired with this one that we'll release is the results of these records that we made. We will then make our playoff bracket and Super Bowl outcome based on these. So stick around, subscribe, and wait to see that.
Yes.
But
But
yeah, so that
yeah, I don't hate what you got there. I mean, overall they're pretty close. I think Detroit is our biggest, obviously, discrepancy. And
yeah.
like I said, realistically, I would have probably gave them more wins if I was just naming a number and not looking at the games. So
Yeah. Yep, but we can all agree the Bears are going 7-10.
it's almost a guarantee. Take
And
that to Vegas.
yes. And then we go from north to south. We're going to the NFC South. Oh boy, we got this. Oh, what a division here. We got the Falcons, Panthers, New Orleans, and Tampa Bay. And this one is another one that you don't think is the strongest record here. But you went first last time. I'll go first this time. What do you think is my? Somehow you beat me with the 2-15. What do you think is my 3-14
Yeah, and
team
I was
in
pretty
this one?
crazy here with a 15-2 and a 2-15. But 3-14. I could see this being two teams for you. I think it's going to be one of those two middle teams probably for you, Carolina or New Orleans. But I think I'll end up going with the New Orleans Saints.
That is correct.
Okay.
I think they could have a couple strong games like last year. Started off strong. They actually had more wins than I think they had like five last year. I didn't remember there being that many, so I'm a little worried about it. But
Hmm.
it was hard to pick them over any team this year.
Yeah, that was tough, and for a while there I wasn't even knowing if they were going to get one or two wins, but uh,
Uh,
yeah, that maybe gives away what mine was there. Uh,
mhm.
but ooh, the next one.
You going with the one you
I think
said to
I am
me?
going to go with Carolina on that.
Yeah, that's correct. That it's just another one I need to see that they're actually a potential player to win some of these games and maybe a season or two then back on track. Maybe I can start picking them to get a winning record, but right now it's a long shot from the old Cam Newton years.
That's true. That is true, but I think they were showing a few signs. I don't know if they were actually getting many wins at the end of last year, but they were looking up a little bit. But yeah, we'll have to actually see that in a full season. Ooh, but then this next one's tough. It's only one win away from each other, so this really could be either one. I think I'm gonna go with you have Atlanta at number two and Tampa Bay at number one.
Oh boy, he's done it again.
I flipped it around again.
He flipped it around again. I got the Buccaneers surprising me at only 10 wins because I think they could be a really dominant team this year. But if you watched our other video predicting week one games, I was under the impression that Kirk Cousins would be playing and leading the Atlanta Falcons through the season. So I just thought, you know what, after all that, people don't want him. He's going to have some crazy good year. But now I'm a little bit questioning that, but I have them down to win the division and
You never
um,
know.
make the
Never know.
playoffs at this point.
Maybe there's always a couple surprise teams that it's like, you kind of think there might be, 500 kind of team, and they just end up having a better season than anyone would predict. And
Yeah.
it could be the Falcons. It could be the Falcons this year.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I
yeah,
think I got I think I got yours. I think you got Saints at the bottom.
okay.
I think
I kind of
you
gave that one away a little bit, but
I
yes,
think you got Carolina next up that list. You don't. Oh boy,
I don't.
he doesn't. My
I
goodness.
do not. You thought you were pretty sneaky. You
I
thought you
thought I
had
was
that one.
pretty sneaky. That's gonna make that image huge. Let's put that disappointed cat over there. Oh boy, you got the Falcons
I got the
third.
Falcons there. Yeah.
Ooh, wow. Doesn't believe in the. Well, we have a huge discrepancy there.
That is a huge one. That is pretty big. That is pretty big.
Wow, they don't have Matt Ryan anymore, Zach. And the Carolina Panthers also huge, giving them 8 wins.
I think they're going to be a little better this year. I think they're going to be more competitive.
I assume unless they're the 15-2.
No, they were not the 15 and 2.
Okay. Wow. And then old Baker flipping the New Orleans record on its head, going 15-2.
Yeah, and this is kind of the opposite of what I thought of the Lions. I think this is maybe a couple too many wins. I don't know. I can't. And once I saw 15, I'm like, that's. I don't think they're gonna get 15 wins. That's a lot of wins. But hey, you never know. That's what I ended up with. Maybe that's what's gonna happen. But it does seem like a few too many.
I could see it. I think the only reason I held back on them was I got excited that they were going to do it, and they kind of went to the playoffs and were in those big games, and they just didn't make it happen, and that disappointed me. And ever since then, I'm just like, they get my hype up, and they don't quite do it. But uh,
Mhm.
I could see it. I could see it. I love it. Oh boy. And then we go from that's how I do it. I do it north, south, east, west. I don't know why that doesn't make any sense. It should be north, south, west, east, or north, west, east, south. This is how I do it in my
Or
head.
start with the South. You
Start
never
with the
know.
south. But
Okay.
now we're to the east, the best division according to me here.
Yeah, it's interesting. Our picks here are a little bit. I mean, mine are kind of very split. No one kind of in that 500 range,
No,
and you got a
no.
couple there, and then you got a couple on the outer edges. So
Yeah,
we are thinking a little bit differently about
yeah.
this division. But yeah, I guess who do you think I've got at 2 wins?
Oh man. I think the top two, the two blue teams are gonna be those bottom two spots. But I don't know. I mean, does he put Dallas at 2 wins? That's what I'm thinking he did. I don't know. That's my guess.
That is wrong,
That is
unfortunately.
wrong. The Giants?
I got the Giants at 2, and that does feel a little low. But I
I feel
think I
like
had them. If I remember right, this is the one that I had them winning week 1 and winning the last week. They bookended it. And I think the last week I thought, I don't remember who they're facing, but I'm like, I think that team will already have their playoff spot or whatever
yeah,
locked up, and they won't be playing as hard. So I think the Giants will be playing for something, or not necessarily for something, but like,
yeah.
I don't know, trying a little bit harder and get that second win there. And
Oh,
it
yeah.
eluded them the entire season after getting a first win.
Oh man.
But I think it's more than it turned more into a storyline than anything. So left them at 2 there.
Oh man. So then I think I mean Eagles aren't getting only 5 wins. I hope they do, but I think you like Washington as well. So I'm thinking you put Dallas at 5-12.
I did, and that might end up being a little low for him, but I think yeah, this whole thing is probably a little too low for the bottom two. The top two are probably about right though.
Okay, okay. Oh, then it could be a 50-50 here. I think you don't maybe feel I think you really obviously really like Washington. And if you were on that kick of really liking Washington, I think you're gonna pick them in all those kind of toss-ups. And you think maybe Philly's not as good as they're cracked up to be. So I think you put Philly second place, Washington first place.
You really messed this one up, Pepper. You got those backwards.
Oh man. He
And
believes in
as
the
much as
Eagles.
I don't like the Eagles, that's what they ended up with, and I'm just like, yeah, that's probably about what they're gonna get for wins. I
Yeah,
think anywhere
yeah.
from 12 to 15 probably is seems about right. And Washington was good last year, but sometimes you get those teams that like, oh, just shock a little bit, shock you, and then the next season they fall back down to about 500. So this order is probably right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good order there. And what do you think I got?
I like that. I like that order so much that that's what I think yours is.
I tell you, my Giants, they are 4-13.
Okay.
My Cowboys.
This one's a little tougher. This is only a one win difference. So
My Cowboys are 7-10. I don't know how that happened. And
come
my
on, baby.
Washington Commanders are 8-9. And that really
Yes.
shocked me because I think I probably think of them as highly as you do, but maybe not quite as much. But there's a huge gap in my mind between Washington and the Cowboys. But for some reason, they're only one game apart. And I got Philly up there. They're getting over 10, I think for sure. Everyone has them like number one in their rankings, and I hate it, but it's just a fact of life.
Yeah, they're a pretty solid team all around. It's tough to find the weakness there, but
Yeah,
yeah, it looks like we like this order. Was this the first one we agreed
I
on?
think it is. I think it is. Pretty good. Pretty good. And then the last of the NFC got the NFC West. Oh boy.
We both think these are pretty
Yeah.
solid set of teams here.
And we hate it
Oh,
because we hate all of these teams except the Rams. All of them have hurt us, broken our hearts as Packers fans.
exactly. And yeah, I oh boy, this is a tough one. This could be any order for you, Pepper. This really could be any order. Oh man, who does he have as the lowest? I think he's probably either gonna put Arizona or Seattle at the lowest end here, if I had to guess, and I am guessing, so I'm gonna go with he put the Cardinals last there in 7 and 10.
It's not the Cardinals,
Oh, okay.
and you
It
thought,
isn't Seattle either?
and it ain't Seattle.
Oh boy. Is it San Francisco?
It's San Francisco, the San Francisco
Wow.
treat. Just not. I don't think they're getting it figured out. I don't think they're gonna bounce back into that playoff team. I mean, they by 7-10 might still make. No, that ain't making the playoffs. I think it's mathematically
Anyway.
eliminated at this point. But still not the worst record. But
Wow.
I
Oh
think they're doing
man.
it.
Well, then that maybe changes my mind, and I might actually put Arizona at the 10 and 7, and the other two at the 9 and 8. Guess
Uh,
I don't know how what order you'll put those 9 and 8s in, but
yeah, what did I have them? I think I don't know. It's kind of split because as I was doing kind of the last week, it was changing the playoff picture. I had like a thing. There was some website that I could go and do that, and I'm like, oh, that was a lot, very helpful versus figuring it all out on my own. And I think it's about even with the game. So I guess I don't know the exact record. I think that the team that was the worst of the 9-8, I believe, would have been the Cardinals when I looked at their records there
okay, they
in the
did not get
division.
the 10 and 7. Okay.
And then
Yeah,
it was
I have no idea. This
it was the Seahawks also at 9-8 with the Rams, even with Stafford being a little bit of a question mark, maybe having some injury issues, could really change this. They could only get like 3 wins if something goes wrong. But I just like them. I think they're a solid team. They got a lot of weapons, and they
yep.
just continue to be in the playoff picture when you aren't even thinking about them. So I got to go with the Rams. Plus, I like them probably by far. I like the Cardinals recently, but the Rams love them. Love the blue, the yellow, and nobody has really upset me too much. Even though the quarterback used to be a Lion.
That is fair. But yeah, that this is a tough division.
It is.
I think any of them could come out of this one the winner here. But I guess who do you think I have that has the one losing
I
record in
mean,
this?
since he was way off on guessing mine, I'm like, does he just have an opinion of what I think? And he has this
I did
exact
not think you
ranking?
liked the Rams that much to
Oh,
win.
I think that you. I even though it's won't make sense with what you thought for my list, I think you have San Fran in fourth.
I did not have San Fran
I
in
did not
fourth.
have San Fran in fourth. Ooh, man. I think it's Seattle.
It is Seattle. It is
Okay.
Seattle in fourth. And
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I think they've been a good team too. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, almost 500 record isn't necessarily a bad thing. So yeah, it's just I think these teams are all going to play each other hard, and whoever ends up winning the most division games, I think could be winning this division. And I think I
Mm.
just had Seattle probably not winning as many as the others.
Yeah. Yeah. Then I think you got San Fran. I think you got that.
Do not have
You
San
don't. He
Fran.
thinks this is a great year for San Fran. Oh my goodness. Arizona, I guess.
Arizona is who I had there at 9 and 8, so we agree on that one. We finally agreed on something.
Yes. Okay, then tell me it's San Francisco. My God, what? What is going
I
on in this
I did
division?
not. This is one where I don't think San Fran's gonna get 12 wins, but this is yeah another
Oh
surprise for me.
man.
I ended up with 12 wins for San Francisco. I don't know how I got there,
Wow.
but yeah, I feel like I maybe tried to push too hard back on myself. Of okay, don't just be hard on the Eagles, don't be hard on San Fran because you don't like them, and then I maybe gave them a little too much credit
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I do like the Rams as well. I probably like them to win this division.
Yeah. Oh man. That's probably the biggest. I mean, maybe not the biggest. It's probably it could be the biggest game discrepancy, but also just outcome. Oof, boy.
Yeah,
I do not want them. I don't like that we all have this division doing pretty well because that means a few of them could be in the playoffs
probably.
and we'd be matching up against them. I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Let's see. Let's see if we're a little better on the AFC front. We got the AFC North. Oh boy.
Ooh, I've got one doing pretty badly, and that's kind of what I think pushes the rest of them up to a little better records than what you got. Well, except you got one a little bit better.
Yeah, yeah.
But I bet you cannot guess which one I've got at 3 wins.
Oh man, I don't. Could it be the team that you'd probably predict with 3 wins for the past 10 years? The Cleveland Browns.
Yes, it is.
Ooh, yes.
And
Like,
yeah, I don't know that they're actually going to only get three, but that is just, it's all these matchups. These teams always play each other well, and it seems like Cleveland's always on the short end of things in this division.
yeah.
So, yeah, that's where they ended up for me.
Yeah. And then I look at that 9-8 and I see a barely winning record, and I know who does that better than anybody. That's the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That is the Pittsburgh Steelers. How did you know? When I got done with it and it was 9-8, I'm like, that is perfect. I got it right. They're all right. All these game predictions has to be exactly right.
Oh, and then that means Cincy and Baltimore both at 12-5. I think you would put Baltimore above. I think you'd give them the tiebreaker for the first
Yeah,
place.
I did not personally look at the tiebreakers, but I would put Baltimore above
Yeah.
Cincinnati. I think they're a more complete team.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think even with their possible lack of defense, I think Cincinnati is still going to be a pretty good team this year. They
Yeah.
got a lot of weapons on offense.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. I saw like, oh, ranking the top whatever 100 players in the NFL. They had two in the top 10. I'm like, okay. They got
Okay.
potential.
But yeah, you got them a little closer to each other here. The
Yeah.
couple 7 and 10s, and yeah, I got to be thinking that it's Cleveland, and you're saying Pittsburgh isn't making it to 9 wins this year.
I'll tell you, Cleveland won one divisional game, so they're gonna be last place
Oh
here.
boy! And did the Steelers? Did they not make it, or did they actually make it by an extra game here? I can't imagine you put them at 13-4. That just seems a little bit
It's
too low.
Aaron Rodgers, man.
That just
If
seems a little bit too
the
much. I
Jets
could
teach
see
you
you putting
nothing.
them at 10 because that's only one more win than I had. But ooh, 13 is a bit too many. But yeah, then that would mean
Yeah.
since it's Cincinnati or Pittsburgh, I think are those next two. I think you're gonna have Baltimore at the top as well.
I have Pittsburgh missing out for the first time in all those
And
years.
Tomlin's getting fired.
Gonna be, oh, Aaron Rodgers just can't. After the Jets, I just assume things will not work out for Aaron Rodgers' next team as much as I hate it. And this actually had him like, depending on what people won, they sometimes made the playoffs, sometimes didn't. So I was trying to choose also the playoff picture I wanted. So again, stay tuned, see whether or not they're able to sneak in there.
With
They're
a 7-10.
they're kind of the team that in recent years it's just like somehow they can almost sneak into these playoff situations. It's pretty crazy. And then you are right that I had Cincy and then Baltimore at the top. So we agree with the order, just a little
Yeah,
bit different in the amount won, especially for last place. I don't know how they got 7 wins for me, honestly.
yeah, yeah. I think this could definitely be the outcome in the division here, even regardless of the wins. Yours is probably a little bit closer to what it's going to actually be, but we'll see.
And then we go to the south of the AFC. My gosh, all these teams are blue and they're gonna be feeling blue because look at all that red, all those losing records.
You got one winner though, and you got some ties in there. I was wondering if you would do that. I was debating it myself, but I was like, I have no clue who it would even be that would tie. Wow, yeah, we both do not think these are going to be any great guys here.
Yeah, so what is this? So
Whew.
who you lead us off with this one? Oh my goodness. Who's that 3 and 14 team? What one is it? Okay. I see what one is
That
it.
could
I'm
be
looking at my list.
that could be that could honestly be any of them, depending on how you felt about them. I think I'm going to go with the Titans here.
It ain't the Titans. It
It
is
ain't the
not.
Titans.
It ain't the
It's
Titans.
a Jacksonville.
It is not Jacksonville.
Wow.
Does that clear it up for you?
No, it doesn't. Indianapolis?
It's Indianapolis
Okay.
at 3 and 14.
Okay.
All I've seen from them in the last probably 4 years has been that one blown game against Minnesota. And
Just
that
held it
and
against them ever
I just
since.
held it against them. And yeah, that one, it just a team like the Saints where they could be good. They could be good, but I
Yep.
just got in my head that they just can't win these games, and I never really gave them the chance, sadly. But who knows? I don't know anything about the organization, the team, the players. So maybe they have a great team this year. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Um,
But what
hmm.
is the team? What are the
I think
two
I think
teams?
we'll go Jacksonville at 6-10-1.
That is correct. 6-10-1.
Okay. And who do
Jag.
they tie with? Is it Houston or Tennessee? I feel like it should be Tennessee, but I feel like you might be thinking this is one of those like dark horse teams this year
I
to get it.
cheered for him back in the day with Mariota doing the pass to himself touchdown.
I
Um,
will go with Houston at 7-9-1 then. I
that
think you're
is
gonna.
not correct.
Ah, darn it.
It is the
Darn it.
Titans. It
You
is the
you lured me in.
Yeah, Houston. They're the Strouds. They've got their. This is made for them. They're gonna win this division. I don't see anyone else making any sort of run. Although
Yeah,
you have a run here, quite a run, within one game for the top three there. But your bottom one, he didn't really seem like he must believe in the Colts. I think he's putting Titans down at 5 and 12.
it is not the Titans.
Oh man, Jacksonville.
It is Jacksonville.
But they had that one good year.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, this division seems so weak that it's like if one of these teams just plays really well, they could shoot up by a lot of wins if they just kind of sweep these series here. But and it could be Jacksonville this year. I just do not believe it yet. Not yet.
Don't believe it. Okay, then I think you have the Titans.
I do not have the Titans.
Oh man, Indianapolis.
It is Indianapolis.
I really thought you believed in them after you were like, "What? Indianapolis, 3 and 14." It's
Well,
4 1.
the 3-14 just seemed crazy. It seemed crazy, but it's probably going to happen. But yeah, now you're gonna have to guess who's at 8 and 9 and who is at 8 and 9.
Boy, there ain't no way you put the Titans over the Texans. Texans take number one spot.
They did. That is the one that I marked with winning the division. But
And
I guess I did not actually check to see technically with tiebreakers if the Titans would have won. So maybe they would have with how I did it. I don't know.
wow, very, very undeserving teams to make the playoffs. They're not even a winning record. My goodness, they should change the rules.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find out at the end which team gets messed over because of that.
Yes. Oh boy. Ooh, AFC East. Oh man, this is another rough division.
Well, we both think one of these is gonna do well, and
Yeah.
I have a feeling I know which team that is. Do we say it on three? One,
One,
two,
two,
three.
three. The New York
Bills.
Jets are pulling it off. Yeah, it is the Bills. Pretty clearly. I would make that easy prediction. I think that's the easiest one so far of this video.
Right. And then, yeah, the rest of these could really be any of the other teams, I think, because very much reminds me of the division we just looked at.
Yeah.
Bills have pretty much taken the spot of the Patriots in this
Yes.
division
Yes. Yeah.
and what they were 5 to 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess who do you think I have at 3 and 14?
I think you have the Jets continuing to struggle at 3 and 14. That ain't it. That ain't it. Oh my goodness.
I actually had to look it back in my paper because I was like, I don't even remember who I had at that many.
The
And I thought it was
Dolphins?
the Jets, but it was not.
Is it the Dolphins?
It's the Dolphins. They are
Oh,
gonna struggle, apparently. I don't know
Tua,
how
man.
I don't know how they only ended up with three, but hey, that's what it ended up with. I can't imagine.
Wow.
They gotta win more than three, but if they only win three, I'm gonna look very, very smart.
Yeah. Yeah, then I think it has to be the Jets. I think the Patriots they've steadied out a little bit. I think you have the Jets at 6 and 11.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Okay, that's not bad. I could see it happening. I could see the Dolphins only having a few wins. I think that's possible, especially if they do have some injuries or something at quarterback. I know that's a pretty crazy idea, but um,
Well, I think you're gonna agree with me on two of the records here. I think you're gonna have Patriots in second place here, the Jets in last, and you're gonna think Miami gets 7 wins instead of only three.
oh boy.
How
Well,
wrong was I?
so you think Patriots second, and then Miami, and then Jets.
Yes.
I will tell you, Jets are 6 and 11. But the
Okay.
Patriots are 7 and 10, and I have Miami at 8 and 9. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's probably if I was just like I said, writing it down on paper. I think that's probably more of where I would have put them. I don't know. It's crazy that they got to only 3 wins. I
It
don't know
is
how that happened.
it is crazy. And for me, playoff contender potentially.
It's true.
Um, but yeah,
They're not even close for me.
not they missed
They're
it
close
by
to the
that much.
first pick. They probably won in the last week to deny themselves the first pick.
Exactly. Oh man. And then the final division here, the AFC West. Oh boy.
Ooh, all winners for me, baby. All winners.
All winners, the exact opposite of the whatever one, the one with the tag, the South, the AFC South. Oh boy, but what's the one that you think that I think is just terrible and only going to win 4 games, 5 less than any of yours?
I think that's got to be the Raiders for you.
Yep, that is the Raiders. I'm just not bought into them yet. I don't know them very well. I'm still going back to the John Gruden era, um, and the disappointment when I thought it'd be a great team. Oh boy.
Yeah, yeah, and then oh man, the rest of these I can see you putting them in the old way here. Oh boy.
8 and 9, 8 and 9. Who is it?
I think you'll have the Chargers here. I think the Chargers are going to charger in your rankings here and just barely miss out.
Chargers do indeed charger. They don't get a winning record, and it's going to be a struggle if they want to make those playoffs. It's going to be tight. But yeah, they're going to lose a lot of close games.
And then I think you've got Denver at 9-8, and I think you got Kansas City kind of returning to full form, getting to 13 wins this year.
He nailed it exactly. That's what we
Finally!
got there. Congratulations. But yeah, Chiefs. I mean, if you don't think they're going to be, I guess, I mean, it's a good division. This is a really good division,
I
and
think
the
so.
Raiders are definitely probably better than I give them credit for. I could see them all having 8 wins, like you do, clearly. But
Yeah,
who has 9? I think you're going to match me there. I think you're going to have Raiders in fourth place.
I do. I do have the Raiders in fourth.
Oh man, then 10 and 7, since they're both there. I think Chargers are going to be third. I think we're going to match up there.
I guess I did not put this in order, but they are in there, and we can put them in third. They
Put
seem
them
like the
in
team
third.
that would get messed over in this
Oh man.
scenario.
There's a lot of hype for Denver this year. I don't know if I believe it, if I believe it too much. But does he believe it? He might believe it, but that's 3 different games to put him 3 above the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't think it's going to happen. I think you have Denver in second. No!
No,
Kansas City barely getting to 10 wins. Denver running away with it, 13 and 4. Oh
oh, we
man.
almost had a crossover there again, total crossover, but no. I don't know. I guess I did not look at what people or what the lines were for how many wins teams were. Is Denver that high? I thought I was kind of the one. I guess I was. I thought I was the one thinking. I think Denver's really going to have a good year this year, but maybe everyone's saying it and everyone was seeing it.
I think the herd, coward. I
What
think
does he
I
know?
think I know he never has Packers number 1. He doesn't know anything. But I think he actually had him in like fourth in his rankings, like ahead of the Chiefs. So I'm like, okay, they must have something to their team. I'm gonna
Hmm.
have to watch their games.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, did they get Peyton Manning back? Maybe. But yeah,
well, only time will tell.
that is our predictions for the outcomes of each of these divisions, each of the teams' records. It's pretty fun to do, pretty fun to see how it shakes up.
Yeah, and we got some that are pretty close, and other ones that are a little further away. But yeah, let us know who you thought did a better job predicting these and who you think are going to be the top two teams on each side here, maybe. Best records in the league. But yeah, otherwise, we hope to see you on our other videos. And as always, don't forget to keep on nibbling on that very, very expensive NFL popcorn.